And then the highest celebration is the solemnity. Solemnity, what are the solemnity? All Sundays. All Sundays are solemnity. Okay? So, but there are solemnities who are not on Sunday, like December 8th. So we need to go to church December 8th. December 25, even it's not Sunday, we need to the Mass. Jesus is leading the Mass. He is praying to the Father with the Spirit. So every Mass, the presence of the Trinity is very, very evident. And that's why we should have that great reverence for the Mass. Because Jesus himself, of course, the priest, we call it the altar Christus. But it's Jesus who is leading the assembly to pray to the Father, especially during the elevation, through him, with him, and in him, in the unity of the Holy Spirit. That's the highest, that's the peak of the celebration. Because it's Jesus offering himself to the Father. It is making present the sacrifice on the cross 2,000 years ago. Every time we do that, it's like we are in a vortex and everything becomes present. Okay? Because it's Jesus, through him, with him, and in him, in the unity of the Holy Spirit. All glory and honor is yours forever and ever. So Jesus offering his body, his blood to the Father with the Holy Spirit. That's the Trinity. So that's the peak. And then imagine that Jesus in the form of body and blood, you will take that for communion. So you become what you eat. And you become, that's why Jesus said, become gods. Because you eat God. Because when the body of Jesus is there, you cannot separate Jesus. It's only his body, his blood. No. It's the full Jesus. It's the full second person of the Holy Trinity present. So that's how profound, that's how deep. Okay. Anything else you want to share? Prophets, come on. We are a child of God, of course. So that's very important. We are children of God. Living temple. It's not this building is temple, it's church. But it's stone. But each one of us is little temples. Are little temples of the Holy Spirit. With flesh and blood. Like Jesus. Okay? Good. So we move on. I have not heard from the other prophets. So what I'm sharing, so in the Mass, we have normally we are using 3 books in the Mass, right? So this is the Gospel book. Okay? So you have the 4 signages there, no? Of the 4 Gospels. Okay? So the eagle is St. John. The man is Matthew. The ox is St. Luke. And the lion is St. Mark. Okay, that's the 4 Gospels. Okay? So this is the Alpha and the Omega. So it's very nice. So this is the book of the Gospel. Okay? Then you have that. 78 students in one room. Okay. And this one is the same. So you have the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. So the chalice, the sign of the Eucharist. Okay. Here you have all the rites for the Mass. Okay. Okay. All the rites. You have different Masses. Okay. You have the. So our liturgy definitely has 4 celebrations. Okay. 4 or 5 celebrations. Okay. So the first one is the ordinary. Like today is the ordinary celebration. When you say ordinary, so you have green, no much singing, and then the next level is the optional memorial. So when we remember the saints, but they are not so famous, no, like Fr.Rommel, no, we don't know about Fr.Rommel, so because he is not famous, so only optional memorial, or Saint Tekla, okay. Those who are not so famous, no? Okay, Saint Gorgonius. I don't know if there is service. So these are optional memorial. So it depends on the priest if he wants to remember it or not. And then there is the obligatory memorial. So for example, Saint Augustine is a great saint. So obligatory memorial. And then the next one, Saint Thomas or Saint Athanasius. So these are obligatory. So it's obligation. We need to commemorate. And then the next level is feasts. The feast of, for example, the feast of, there are many feasts, but I cannot remember anything. So let's do it. Certain saints also could be feasts. Now, for example, for us, Saint John Bosco, or some feast of our mother. Okay, so there also have feasts. See, Saint Michael, Gabriel, Raphael. There are only 3. September 29th. So for example, Saint Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael, they are archangels, so it's feast. Okay. And then, for example, Saint Gregory the Great, Pope and Doctor of the Church, memorial. Okay. And then the highest celebration is the solemnity. Solemnity. What are the solemnity? All Sundays. All Sundays are solemnity. Okay. So, but there are solemnities who are not on Sunday, like December 8th. So we need to go to church December 8th. December 25, even it's not Sunday, we need to go to the church for the Mass because it's solemnity, it's holy day of obligation. Okay. January 1. It's also solemnity, holiday of obligation. So at least there are 10, no? August 15, June 29. Okay. What else? November 1. You know November 1? All Saints. Okay. And then of course, of course, Easter Sunday, it's a Sunday, so definitely it's a Sunday, so it's a solemnity. We need to go to church. So this is sacramentary. Okay? So all the rites, and then all the readings, even the gospel, are there in the, what do you call that? Lectio means reading, no? So lectio. Okay? So here we have all the readings. Okay? We have the first reading, the Psalm, the second reading, okay, and during Easter or any other liturgical celebration, you have even third reading, fourth reading, fifth reading, up until the ninth reading, no? Especially in Easter. Okay. So these are the books. And in the Roman Missal, there is the introduction. And the introduction of the Roman Missal, I photocopied it because it's very important. And you have there all the things that we need to know about the celebration of the Mass. So it's there in the front, called it the introduction. So what are we need to do in the Mass? So all here. First, you have. So when you don't know what to do, you look at this: General Apostolic Constitution. The introduction to the Roman Missal. So general introduction to the Roman Missal. So it's from page 21. It's only introduction, huh? Until page 71 or 76. So these are only the introduction. So these are, you have different areas of this. So you have how to celebrate the Mass, the priests who are the ministers, the acolytes, the readers, okay? And for your case, is the acolyte, right? The acolyte. So in the church, in the liturgy, there are what we call the ministers, who are the ministers of the Mass. The main celebrant of the Mass, who is the main celebrant of the Mass? No. Jesus. Of course, priests and bishop. Okay? The bishop and the priests. They are the ministers, okay, of the Mass. Okay? And the deacon, they could also read the gospel and do the readings. The lectors and the acolyte. Who else? The choir. That's why you see the choir